Deep in the humid tropics stands a weathered factory dedicated to processing the unique and fibrous banana blossom. Before it reaches the factory, and the banana blossom must be harvested at the perfect stage of growth. Harvesters work tirelessly under the sun, collecting hundreds of these blossoms for the day's intensive processing cycle.
These blossoms are transported via old-school trucks to a facility that has remained unchanged for decades.
As we step inside this rare facility, and please subscribe to join our journey through unique industrial worlds.
Rough hands move quickly to unload the raw material as the factory's morning shift begins its work. The first step involves removing the tough outer stems, using traditional methods that require great physical precision. Layers of deep purple bracts are stripped away by hand, uncovering the delicate heart of the blossom.
Small internal flowers are meticulously collected, as they are used for various secondary traditional culinary food products. To prevent oxidation, the trimmed hearts are immediately submerged in large pits of cold and clear water. Stirring ensures every blossom is rinsed of its sticky sap, which can stain the final processed product.
An old iron chain conveyor slowly moves the blossoms toward the secondary cleaning and final slicing stage. High-pressure jets of water blast away any remaining grit or dirt before the blossoms enter processing.
This old-school slicing machine uses spinning blades to turn the dense hearts into thin, uniform strips.
The resulting strips are incredibly delicate and must be handled with care to maintain their unique texture. Brining is essential for preservation, as salt and acids are added to the massive mixing vats now.
Mechanical agitation ensures the brine penetrates every fiber of the blossom strips for maximum flavor and preservation.
In this rough environment, quality control is still vital to ensure the safety of the final product. Traditional weight stones are used to keep the blossoms submerged during the overnight brining and fermentation process.
The factory uses wood scraps to power its ancient boiler, producing the steam needed for final sterilization.
This sustainable but labor-intensive fuel source keeps the factory running without the need for modern electricity.
After brining, the blossoms are drained of excess liquid before they are moved to the canning station. Empty cans arrive on a gravity-fed wooden track, ready to be filled with processed banana blossom. Manual filling allows for careful inspection of the product, ensuring no stray bracts enter the final cans.
Hot saline is added to each can to provide the necessary liquid medium for the sterilization process.
The seamer is a relic of industrial history, spinning lids onto cans with a loud and rhythmic clunk.
Securing the autoclave is critical as the internal pressure reaches levels that ensure the product's shelf stability.
The sterilization cycle lasts for 45 minutes, at precise temperatures maintained by the skill of the operator.
Once the cycle is complete, steam is released, filling the hall with a thick and warm mist.
Cans are carefully extracted and moved to a cooling area where they will sit for hours.
Cold water spray prevents the blossom from overcooking inside the cans, while ensuring the seals remain intact.
Manual inspection is the final safeguard against faulty seals that could lead to spoilage during long-term storage.
In this factory, even the labeling is done by hand, applying paper brands to each cooled can.
Boxes are packed and sealed, ready to be shipped to local markets and international vegetarian food distributors.
Final markings are stenciled onto each box, representing the pride of this old-school and rough facility.
The day's production is loaded and ready to begin its journey from this jungle factory to kitchens.
Witnessing this process reveals the incredible amount of labor required to transform a blossom into a staple.
The workers here possess skills passed down through generations, making them the true heart of the operation.
The transformation is striking, as the dense purple fruit becomes a pale and versatile ingredient for cooking.
Maintaining sharp tools is a constant necessity in a factory that relies so heavily on manual slicing.
As evening approaches, the factory rhythm changes, but the work continues under the glow of dim lights.
Cleaning is a continuous process, as the massive amount of organic waste is collected for local composting.
Time seems to stand still in this facility, where old-world methods still dominate the production line.
The factory community is tight-knit, sharing meals made from the very blossoms they process every single day. Rigorous sanitation of the brining vats occurs between batches to ensure the highest standards of hygiene.
The aging infrastructure is a testament to the facility's longevity and its constant struggle against the jungle.
Every pallet represents thousands of hours of manual labor and a deep connection to the local land.
Analog tools are preferred here for their reliability in a high humidity and low technology industrial environment.
The factory is almost invisible against the dense greenery as it hums quietly in the jungle mist.
Constant lubrication is the lifeblood of these vintage machines, preventing the metal from seizing in the heat.
Balancing the weight of each can by hand is an art form mastered over years of repetition.
Decades of history are recorded in these books, documenting the factory's output and its long-term survival story.
Minor mechanical issues are handled with ease by the experienced staff, who know every sound of machinery.
Hygiene protocols are strictly followed even in this rough environment to ensure the safety of the food. The heat of the boiler is a constant companion for those who work in the factory's core.
Mismatched roof panels tell the story of repairs made over time to keep the rain out daily.
Salt is delivered in bulk and moved by hand to the brining area to prepare the solution.
The internal structure of the blossom is complex, resembling the layers of a dense artichoke or cabbage.
Every single can must be perfect, as the reputation of the factory depends on its final quality.
The cycle begins anew at dawn as the first harvest of the day is delivered for processing. The sticky purple sap is a mark of the job staining hands, but proving the fruit's freshness. Fresh water is essential for the process and is pumped from a nearby well into the factory.
Centrifugal force is used to spin away excess water before the blossoms are packed into the cans.
Empty cans are stored high to keep them clean and dry before they enter the production line. Simple electrical systems power the few lights and small motors that the factory actually uses every day.
The heat of the tropics and the steam of the factory make for a very challenging environment. Incoming raw material is weighed to track production yields and ensure fair payment to the local farmers. Color consistency is a key quality indicator ensuring the blossom hearts are pale and appetizing for consumers. Every can is stamped with a batch code for traceability in the event of any quality issues. This unassuming building holds a wealth of industrial heritage and traditional knowledge within its rough metal walls. Sharpening is a ritual performed multiple times a day to keep the heavy blades ready for work.
Waste bracts are removed daily to maintain the factory's hygiene and provide organic matter for local agriculture. Tossing the slices ensures they don't clump together during the brining and canning stages of the process.
Steam pressure must be carefully managed
to ensure the autoclaves function correctly and safely every single time.
Small batches of premium blossoms are sometimes packed in glass jars for high-end specialty health food markets. The building's age is evident in its rafters, but the structure remains solid and functional after years. Manual pumps are used to move liquids, reducing the factory's dependence on unreliable local electrical power grids. Tamping the blossoms ensures the correct fill level and removes air pockets before the saline is added. Specialized gauges are used to check the seam quality of every batch of cans produced in factory.
Management is a hands-on affair in this facility, with the supervisor often working directly on the line.
Internal logistics are simple but effective, using wheelbarrows and carts to move material between processing stations. Final rinsing ensures all stray salt and sap are removed before the blossoms are canned for sale. Organized storage is key to managing inventory and ensuring the oldest stock is shipped out first today. The day ends at dusk as the final shipment is sent out to the markets and distributors. Shutting down the steam system is a final daily ritual marking the end of production for workers.
The factory is quiet at night, waiting for the arrival of tomorrow's harvest to begin the cycle.
Preparation for the next day starts before the current shift ends to ensure a smooth morning transition.
The factory is part of the local ecosystem, sustained by the very plants that grow around it.
A final deep clean of the floor ensures the factory is ready for the next day's production.
This logo is a symbol of the factory's heritage and its long-standing commitment to the local community. Locking the gate marks the official end of the workday as the factory settles into nightly peace. Under the stars, the factory stands as a silent monument to industrial survival and old-school craftsmanship.
The final result is a versatile and healthy ingredient used in many traditional and modern vegetarian dishes.
The people all over the world are discovering the unique taste and texture of this jungle-harvested food product.
Opening a can reveals the result of hours of manual labor and a long journey through history.
The cycle continues as new plants are started, ensuring a sustainable future for the factory and workers.
These machines and methods may be old, but they are remarkably efficient and produce high-quality products.
This rare look inside a traditional factory shows the dedication required to bring this blossom to table.
Thank you for joining us inside this old-school banana blossom factory, where tradition meets hard work.